everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is Monday, May 16th, and we're really busy here in the shop and in the studio, so I wanted to hop on and walk you through what I'm going to be doing. Today I've decided to go ahead and pull this project and streamline it ahead. This is where a very dear friend and her husband, they love black bears. So she brought me down this fabric and asked me to turn it into placemats for her, and I get to keep whatever's left. So what a blessing. So what I did last night was I went ahead and starched it up because I like the starch heavy when I'm working on a project. So let me get these moved. So what I did was I took the black fabric that you see here, and don't mind the little strings, that won't be shown when I'm done. But I cut the blocks into 20-inch blocks, and I've got it flattened out, and I've put the batting in between to make it a really nice placemat. So I took the panel and cut 4 different sets out, and all of them have different bears. These measure 17.5 inches by 17.5 inches, so I'm going to line it up pretty center because I wanted to allow myself some room on the mid arm. I'm not even going to base spray this at all because as long as I have it flat, I should be able to have no problems with it. So we're going to work on these for just a second, and then I'm going to slide over to the mid arm and get these worked up while we chat a bit. So like I said, these are cut in 20 inches, which is bigger, definitely bigger than what I had needed, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. So my batting is pretty much the same, 20-inch. She wasn't really worried about having the batting in, thought it might make it a bit too thick for placemats, but when I held the 2 fabrics together, they're too thin. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the batting in. Look how adorable. Is that not cute? Look at the little bear with the baby cubs right here. I love them. I think they're adorable. So I'm going to go pretty centered. There's no set spot. And just flatten it in. The batting is going to hold it in place long enough for me to get it under the mid arm. I'm just going to do some meandering, just enough to secure it down. I've already got my mid arm preset with a black bobbin for the backing and like a hunter green that'll showcase the bears. I was going to try to just go around the bears, but that's not going to secure it down enough. So I'm just going to do some small meandering and slide through them. Here we go again. Too stinking cute. So I'm going to lay this down just as I have before. And like I said, I use Best Press for this. And just, it works good for me. So the last one of the 4. This, the first day, you're going to see a whole project in one day. So we're going to speed it up a bit at times. But I just wanted to show you this. Let me get it flat as can be. The more you rub it, it's going to stick in there. It looks like all of them have the baby cubs, but they're just so stinking cute. Then with the leftover, I want to do her something special. Not sure what I'll do yet. So, if you give me just a second, I'll slide over to the mid arm, and you can watch me work these 4 up right quick, and then we'll hop back over here, add the binding, and poof, be done. We'll just have to trim them out, and they're going to measure 17.5 by 17.5 each one. I'll trim these in with you guys. I can pre-do them or just go ahead and save one to do to save time. So we'll see how long it takes me on the mid arm. So I'll be back in a second over there with you. So hang tight. So now I moved over to the mid arm and just enjoy for a little bit as I free motion quilt these on my mid arm. So catch you here in a second. All I do is snip that off. I have a spot here hung. Got it glove up. Then, like I said, I'm just going to do some meandering. The goal is to make it look like it's hand stitched in. So that's why I'm doing it like this. No two will be exactly alike. These black bears are just really cute. I'm going to get over to the edge and like really make sure that I get that edged in pretty good. Even though I'm going to put the binding on them, I just think it makes for a nicer view of what we're doing here for. I went with the hunter green because I thought it would make it pop just a bit more than a light green. But yet it'll pop out on the black. Like I said, I preloaded it with a black bobbin. Trying to keep it so it's pretty symmetrical with the meandering. So it's about, I want to say, an inch, maybe half an inch in between everything. Come back up out of there. And basically your meandering looks like you're kind of putting a puzzle together, or making a puzzle per se. All the different little pieces coming together. And it's kind of like making a quilt sandwich. All different sizes, just trying to keep the same distance between them. Right now it's set as 49 speed. Like I said, each one will be different. I'm trying not to hit any of the little cubs' faces or the mama bears' faces because they're really cute. You don't want to mess those up. It's an easy project, really. You just gotta set your mind to how you want to do it for them. Placemats can really be any size. There's no rhyme or reason, just whatever size your table is and however big you want them. Decide to go close to the face. But that's okay. And the littler pieces on a mid-arm, they're really easy to work up. It's just keeping your hands in place. Make sure you keep your maintenance up on your equipment. Otherwise you will have issues. I did have a little bump when I was threading it. As you do sometimes, I guess, when you're changing your threads out. I normally like to stay with a neutral color, but this one here, it's really important that we just get this one in just right. So I went ahead and changed it out. So I'm coming to the end, and I want to make sure it's perfectly flat so that I don't have any bumps in it, because I did not, like I said, I did not baste it. I just didn't honestly see the need to. It's a small project, so I didn't even pin it. I just held it down by rubbing it good. These will showcase very beautifully in her hem. So that one's done. So I'll move on to number 2. And I'm sure Joe will speed up the video so that you'll be able to see all 4 of them done. Right now I'm just going to slip this one straight in under so you can see how I do it. And then snip this one off. She's finished for this section. And then I can just move straight along with the others. So I'll see you next back on the trimming section. But in the meantime, enjoy watching how this comes together. Okay everyone, I'm getting ready to square up one, and then I'm going to throw some binding to it, and then we're going to be ready to finish this project off. So my goal is to get it at 16 by 16. I was going to do 17 and a half, but I'm just looking at it right now to where she should measure. So I've got my 1/4 inch right here, and I'm lining it straight away up the bottom. That way I can get this side pretty square. So I'm going to slip up here and just trim that bottom. That way I'm getting it exactly where I want it. So now I'm going to slide it over to where my line is right there. So I'm getting that 1/4 inch exactly all the way, because I want them all to be the same. I'm going to go just a tad more, and then straight up all the way off, even though the ruler doesn't go that far. Makes it a bit easier. Normally I would say you do not want to move your fabric, but I need to right here. So I'm going to line it up here. That way my line's straight here as well. I'm squared off at this corner. Then I'm going to come over here and use my line like I did everywhere else. And just square this baby in at, just going to square in at 16 by 16. I think that's going to make a nice placement. Make sure my lines are all straight, and they are. So we're going to come up this side. Might be able to use that to add into the binding. So I'll keep that one off. Measure this one off. I do hate to waste fabric. Then I'm going to come up here to this side and just trim her out too. Thought she was stuck there. I'll pop this off, and I don't think it's quite 2.5. No, so this one will go to the scrap bin. So you turn her around. Just want to do a double check on my measurements. That way each and every one of them is going to be the same. I'm going to square off this corner on both sides. Just make sure that we're exactly where I want us to be. Rather double check. We're right here. Makes it look nicer. Flip it over here and do the same. Just a straight 1/4 inch right there. Make sure it's lined up right at the bottom. Double checking myself. I'd rather do it now than not be happy with the end result. So we've got the 1 inch here, and each one of these blocks is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1/4. So double check here. Flip her over. Perfect there. We'll take a little hair off this side just because I want it right. Well, it looks like we'll be changing cutters. That one must have a dull blade. So we got that out of the way. So let me see how she measured out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16 by 16. So I think that's going to make a really nice placemat. So now I'm just going to flip her over. And I've always got pre-made binding. So I'm only going to do one with y'all today. And then I'll just go ahead and finish these up. So I'm just going to lay it down. Since I know I'm going to have to marry this right here, I'm going to slide it like about a good 4 or 5 inches in. Flip it here. You really don't probably need to do this stuff on a project this size, but I do because I just started a while back and never stopped pinning or clipping. So I'm going to go around. And flip it up. That's all you're doing is like a diagonal here. Finger love it and then fold it back. And as long as you do that, your corners are going to be beautiful. Clip it there, slide it around, and then we're going to come down and do it one more time. Like I said, I'm not going to do all of them with you, but I'd like to let you see what one finish looks like, and then I'll move on and just go ahead and finish them up. I'm not going to put my tags in them, strictly because she knows who's doing these for her. Finger love it, fold it back, and honestly, this probably took like 70 inches, if that, of fabric. So now I'm right here. I'm going to measure this off. Got everything turned around here. So you're just gonna, it's 2.5 inch binding. So you're gonna lay this down. You're gonna come up along the side to where the 2.5 inch mark is. On black, it's easy to see because you're gonna use a pencil, and you're just gonna mark where you're gonna cut it off. So pull that out. Right there's where I'm going to cut it off. Straight across. Then this is the last of what I have of the binding for that. So let me move my rollers. Slide those babies down here. Slide this over, and then we're going to go to the machine. Turn her on. I need a black bobbin for this. It's one of those times it's really good to have them pre-wound and ready to go. So I'll pop this out because I'm going to slide it back in as soon as I'm done this project. And just wiggle her right down in there and go ahead and pull that straight off. I think I am going to go ahead and leave the white thread in because I think showing it a little bit might be nice. So we've got that ready. So I'm going to come over here to where I've got to marry this. And we're going to lay it like this, lay it flat. I'm going to take this side, bunch it up a bit. And then you're just going to go like this. I do like to pin it just because I don't want it to slide when I'm getting ready to bring it in. And I'm just going to ball it up a bit. Slide it around. We're going to lay it flat. And you should have an X here where your ironing mark is, so it'll look nice. You want to bring this edge to edge and just bring it straight in. Like I said, I have my seam tape. It really works wonderful. So before I do any cutting, I'm gonna bring this around just to make sure it's gonna lay flat, and it is. So right here is where it's time to cut it off. Gonna come down. And then just pull it tight. Snip off that little white thread right there. And that little black one that's driving me baby. So back under we go. I like to start where I pieced it together. That's just me. Everybody does their own. I don't do the scant 1/4 inch, and I line it up on my black line to the right, and my needle's going to come down the 4th. And then we're just going to come around. Thank you guys for joining me for this fun project. I know I overclip, but I don't like stuff to shift on me. So I'm coming up to the corner, back tack it in, because you want it to be tight. And now we're corner 1. Snip, there, and back down again. And make sure you just right where you need to be. I'll be having Joe check that pressure foot out tonight. It's bouncing everywhere and I didn't know why. Maybe it's got dust in it or something. Flip it back. It and do the same thing again. We're going to do this on all 4 corners. Sorry about the surging of it. It just has a mind of its own today. A little bit of pressure goes a long way, I guess. So we're going to flip this up. Now this one does have close to where we joined it, but it should be fine. Just where we're tacking it in case you've never sewn before. If you have, this is just the way that I do it. Flip it, hold it down, and bring it back again. Start it. And where I stop, I'm going to back tack it in, pull it out, and snip it. On a project this size, I am going to snip my corners. So I'll do that before I even start this project. And I just give it a little bit of a snip just so they come in right. Lay it down and fold it up. Normally I would say iron it in, but you really don't need to. And just give it a little bit of finger love all the way around. Push this one in. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they want to be difficult. As long as you've got it done the first go round, it works good. So I'm going to start here. Sorry. And then bring this one over. And I'm using the white thread because I think it's going to be a nice accent. So I'm going to come to my corner here. Remember where your pressure foot is, and just where it divides is where you're going to want to run this line down. So we'll get that in there. And it's just going to accent the placemat, make it look nice. this is the final step of this project. I do think my friend Linda and Mark are going to be very happy with this. She's been wanting this for a bit, and I'm just glad I was able to help her out with it. I told her the other day I didn't know when I'd get a chance to get to it. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a break on your bigger projects, so I'm knocking this one out while I can. Now I've folded my corner down, one more, and drop my, I don't want anything to slip. So I drop my needle, and then drop it back down, and you're still going to be right on that edge. As you think you're going to be able to see, I've got quite a faint line, but it's straight all the way through. So I'm going to fold this down, give it a little bit of finger loving, and just take it slow. You're not in a race. It's not a marathon. Everybody sews at their own pace. I'm learning. Take my time and enjoy the journey. Corner again. What I do is take this side, and that's the side I'm going to fold in first, and then I just press it down with my fingers, and then I take the one that's to my right and fold it in. That way all my corners match. So you can do them however you like, but that's just the way that I do them. That way they all look the same, not folded different directions. Lift my bottom, and then back at it again. Right there, I didn't want to mess it up. Fold up your bottom and flip it one more time. Then I'm going to fold it in. And just take your time. I'm almost to the corner. And flip it around. Of this one. Let me trim this out where I started. Get my little thread. Get my back end thread. And then just press it down really gentle. And if you've done everything right, it should line up perfect. Back it in. Raise your needle, and you're done. So, give you a quick look at it. I've got 3 more to do, but I'm not going to keep y'all and watching me do them when they're all the same. But double check. 16, what is it? 16 by 16. So it's a pretty nice size. And this is the finished placemat. Lays really flat. I went ahead, like I said, and put the batting in. She wasn't worried about that, but I kind of wanted to do that for her, to give her a nice placemats for her house. I want to show you something though, so hold tight for just a second. I'm going to give you a little plug here. Not sure if you're interested, and it's okay if you're not, and if you are, they are also fellow YouTubers, and they're Mark and Linda Treasure. I don't know if you can see it. My husband will add their link in the description box for you, but they're Christian music artists. They're friends of mine. We've went to church together for years, and they've set up their YouTube channel. Feel free to go. All you have to do is type in their name, Mark and Linda Treasure. And they're not doing this right here. That way you can see it's just a CD, has all their music. They have playlists on their YouTube channel. It's really nice. So I listen to their music quite a bit, and it's just fun. So I'm going to hop off here and finish these up for them, and y'all have a great day. And remember, our contest is open for our subscribers. All you need to do is email me your name. The contest rules is in yesterday's video that was uploaded, so you're going to need to go watch that video for all the details. But it's our 1,200 subscriber giveaway. We are so excited. That's going to be held next Sunday, but you got to go to the video from yesterday. It's going to run 7 full days, and follow the directions on it to be entered. That's the only way you're going to be able to be entered. Read the information that's in the description box and watch the video. Really simple. And tonight at 7, I'm going live with Yvette Renee, and we're going to be doing a sit and chat for a little bit and getting to know her and all that she's into right now. So I wanted to thank you for coming on today. Y'all have a happy Monday, and I'll see you back here tonight. So I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.